how much does an actuarial scientist earn? Like, what's the range? Maybe entry level, mid, as you progress.
And then as you grow, the amount increases to even up to 500,000.
Oh, so
Yes.
mathematics.
Yes.
You cannot study actuarial science if you failed in mathematics in Form 4, right?
Yes, you can't.
Hello and welcome to Career Corner with Money 254. And today we have a guest. Our guest is actually an actuarial scientist. So the question you must be asking yourself is, what do actuarial scientists do? I'll let her introduce herself. So, who am I here with?
Thank you so much. My name is 𝐶𝐸𝐴.
Yeah.
And I'm currently practicing my actuarial.
Yeah.
I work with Turaco under the operations department.
Mercy, so what do you do? Like, what do actuarial scientists do?
So actuarial basically, it's a technical field whereby you get to interact a lot with mathematics. You do a lot of math in terms of pricing for products. So basically you'll get to interact a lot with insurance, whereby you'll be pricing their products as well as designing the products. You also get to do a lot of underwriting. You as well get to do a lot in terms of claims processing, and a lot to do in terms of reinsurance. So the field is really broad.
So mathematics.
Yes.
You cannot study actuarial science if you failed in mathematics in Form 4, right?
Yes, you can't.
Okay, so for how long have you been doing this? Like, how long have you been in the field?
I've been in the field for now approximately 2 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you go to campus for a degree in actuarial scientist? How do you learn the skill?
So the journey to being an actuarial scientist, first of all, starts with your undergraduate.
Yeah.
So you must be certified, have a degree in actuarial science basis. Once you're certified and have your degree, the journey is not the end.
The education still continues?
Yes, it still continues. So you must be qualified by either the actuarial board, which means you have to do your papers. So currently we have different actuarial boards that can facilitate your certifications.
Okay.
So we currently have something called SOA and I4A. I4A is UK based, SOA is United States based. So depending on your favorability for the papers, you get to choose where the path you wanna take. So mostly actuaries will go for I4A, Institute and Faculty of Actuarial, whereby you get to do your papers, so in stages. So you get first to start off being a fellow, then upscale and get qualified. So depending on the amount of papers you will be doing, will determine whether you are an entry level or a fellow or an associate or a qualified actuary.
So during that period of getting the certification, is it like a school the same way lawyers go to LSK? Like, is it the same thing?
Yes, it's the same
and for
journey.
how long?
How long depends on how fast you'll do the papers.
Oh, so it's your speed.
Yes.
As much as, okay, that's interesting. So how do you find the job? How do you like being an actuarial scientist?
First of all, I'm really grateful because I took the path.
Yeah.
From a born level perspective,
I
loved mathematics, and my mom being in that career path.
Okay.
That's where my passion came in. And now practicing it as an actuary means there are a lot of challenges. First of all, there are a lot of challenges that comes with that because you are trying to balance your work currently as well as balancing now the professional life, because you need the papers for you to upscale your certification. It's a way that improves your perseverance abilities, your perseverance skills. It's a way that molds actually your leadership skills as well, because you get to do the papers and then practice them in real life because you get to apply them in currently your career path.
Okay, that's interesting. The many certifications, the education, it's a lot. So at Money 254, we like to look at how things affect our pockets. How expensive is all that, like getting the certifications? Do you pay for the paper? Do you how expensive is it?
From an actuarial level, from my
Yeah.
papers level, the I4 ones I've done,
Yeah.
it is expensive.
Yeah.
An approximation in terms of the range you'll pay is
Yeah.
50K and above, depending on the paper. So
And that is post graduate.
actually, that's the paper. So
Oh, yeah.
it's different. You can opt in to go to uni
Yeah.
and study the papers,
Okay.
because I'm currently aware Strathmore offers like practice courses for these papers.
Okay.
But having a basis in terms of your degree gives you
Yeah.
an upscale, because you can do the papers without going to uni
Okay.
or requiring extra support. So you can just look for maybe a grouping of individuals who want to take that paper,
Yeah.
and then maybe have a discussion with them, and then you get to do your papers, because it's basically online.
Yeah.
So you get to just pay for the papers.
Okay,
You don't
okay.
have to pay for schooling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, depending on your preference.
Okay. But the papers are for people who have done actuarial science as a degree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, I'll advise personally,
Yeah.
you get your degree first.
Yeah.
Because the degree acts as your basis, as your foundation for the
Okay.
papers.
Okay.
But you can as well take it without having a degree.
Yeah.
Because I will advise, when you're still in school,
Yeah.
and you've done certain topics that cover certain papers,
Yeah.
but take that paper afterwards, because
Alright.
it makes things easier. This is something you've learned in class. So
Okay.
it's only you applying it now in terms of writing it down.
Okay.
Yeah, so my advice will be, if you have the money while still in campus, do the papers then. But if
Okay.
you don't have, then you'll have to wait, get a job, maybe get the money, and then take your
Oh,
papers.
so you can start working without the papers.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Having paid, invested in this education, how much does an actuarial scientist earn? Like, what's the range? Maybe entry level, mid, as you progress. How much do you expect to have in your pocket?
I will say the money is good.
Oh, okay.
It is good as an entry level and as you grow.
Yeah.
As an entry level,
Yeah.
you'll get a pay of approximately 70
Okay.
as a start.
Yeah.
And then as you grow, the amount increases to even up to 500,000.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I would
Once
say that's good money.
You get your certification and
Yeah.
you're qualified, you get to earn well.
Okay. What are some of the challenges that you face in your career?
Having started my career as an entry level,
Yeah.
I'd say the challenges I faced majorly
Yeah.
were in terms of transitioning from now my degree to doing my certifications. I had a lot of pressure in terms of finding the money as well to do the papers.
Yeah.
So it involves a lot of sacrificing in terms of as well your needs,
Yeah.
so that you can be able to pay for the papers.
Yeah.
Because personally, I didn't get a scholarship, so I had to fund for the papers by myself.
No.
Another challenge I experienced in this journey
Yeah.
was majorly finding individuals whom we could study with. The exposure is really low currently in terms of just knowing who wants to do certain papers and is maybe currently available within your region.
Okay.
Yeah, so majorly finding individuals whom you can walk this journey with, because it becomes much easier having someone who can support you and as well as a mentor.
And on top of all those challenges, of course, there is now the schoolwork, like the studying of the actuarial science. How was school? How difficult? How easy did you find it?
My school journey
Yeah.
was, I can say at the beginning it was very difficult,
Yeah.
but as time progresses, it became much easier.
Okay.
Reason being, as you start,
Yeah.
you get to learn new terms in terms of insurance.
Yeah.
You get to learn new like advanced mathematics. It's not now the
Algebra
normal
and-
algebra
yeah.
as well as the normal statistics.
Yeah.
You get to learn now the advanced version, and there are levels within statistics as well, levels between actuarial mathematics as well as actuarial statistics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how well did you do? How many were you in the classes? How competitive was the course? Like,
So
how
in
did you
terms
find
of the amount of the number of individuals we were in class,
Yeah.
the number was really low. We were like approximately 20. Then
Okay.
as time went by,
Yeah.
many people dropped along the way.
How would you compare working in Kenya and say abroad, doing the same job? Is it advisable? What would you choose?
Since I've only worked in Kenya,
Yeah.
I'll get to share my thoughts in terms of what I hear from outside.
Yeah.
So in Kenya, working in Kenya is more, in terms of the earnings, it's lesser than what you could earn outside.
Yeah.
The pay outside is really good. I would, personally, if I had the opportunity, I would take that journey.
What would you advise someone who wants to get into actuarial science?
I'll advise them
Yeah.
to be optimistic about the course. In terms of learning,
Yeah.
as I had earlier said, it gets difficult at the start and gets easier as you progress with the journey. So my advice would be to them that in terms of the journey getting difficult, just still hold on,
Yeah.
and as well have the passion and the drive
Yeah.
to just study. And then I will as well advise them to take their papers,
Okay.
get certified, because with certification you get to earn more.
Yeah.
Then the last advice I'd like to tell them is that currently insurance in Kenya lies at 2%. And
Okay.
our rough estimate in the next future means we need more actuaries.
Yeah.
So them pursuing the course will be of higher advantage, because currently we have like 65 fellows in Kenya, which is a really low turnout in terms of numbers. So I would
Okay.
advise them to be persistent and be diligent in terms of doing their papers.
Okay.
Yeah, and study hard. It gets better.
All right. Thank you very much, Mercy. It was great having you on here.
Thank you as well for having me.
All right. That's our episode today. As you've heard, that's what actuarial scientists do. Stay tuned for our next episode of Career Corner. You can also read more on money254.co.ke. Thank you.